How you
So
doing?
I'm doing great, and you?
No complaints. No
That's
complaints.
good.
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and what got you into starting this business?
Well, I was born in Nigeria. I went to school in Nigeria, Imo State University, where I graduated with a Doctor of Optometry degree. Then I moved to the United States in '89 and went back to school to Pennsylvania College of Optometry, where I read another and obtained another Doctor of Optometry degree in 1994. So when I got out of my passion has always been to give people the gift of sight. One thing about my profession, you can walk in having difficulty to see, but by the time you leave, we can show you right there and then how well we can improve your vision. So there is instant gratification, rather than waiting for days of using pills or drugs in order for them to kick in. But with vision care, you can actually put the glasses on and see right away. And that's, one aspect of eye care. We also, deal with diseases, which of course takes time to treat and heal people in. But the point of not being able to see because of a refractive problem can easily be taken care of. And the joy you see when people see for the first time, it's something I really cherish, and that's what keeps me going in this profession every day.
That is awesome.
Mm.
What is unique about the products and services that you sell that differentiates your business from other businesses alike?
Well, one of the driving factors we have here is really quality. Trying to give people the best the industry can offer. So when I choose products we do offer, I always ask myself what is best for my patients. We try to get them the quality that they deserve, because sometimes when it comes to frames, for instance, there's a whole range. You can go from frames that sell for pennies to frames that sell for hundreds of dollars. But with that comes the quality difference in most of these products. So what we try to look for is find the best value for our patients. And I think having done this for 22 years, that's what most of our patients appreciate from us, because we tend to give them the best quality at the best value that is out there. The other thing, again, is the quality of lens we provide them, because you can put a pair of sunglasses that has no prescription in it and get headaches. Well, there's a reason why that is. Because it's a tinted plastic doesn't mean the quality is good. So sometimes you have to look at the products, behind the brands to make sure that you're seeing the best you can see, and that is pure optics.
When patients come in with a problem, what is your process with certain treatments or the process that you help them to solve their problems, their eye problems that they have?
Well, it depends on what they come in with. We tend to do what we call patient-oriented treatment protocol. In other words, when you come to me, we have to listen to what your problem is. And based on what that is, we can now find what the problem is, diagnose it, and then come up with a treatment protocol that will suit you as an individual. So, for instance, if you come in and your problem, well, when I'm driving at night, I can't see very well. I have glare issues with the oncoming headlamps, especially with these new halogen lamps we have in these newer cars now. So what we do is we tend to look at this. We have special equipment that will diagnose your night vision problems. Look at it, because sometimes you might find that glasses you need in the daytime might not work as well as what you need at night. And this has to do with the fact that at nighttime your pupils tend to dilate. And when that happens, it can affect the way your eyes, process the images that they are seeing. So based on that, there might be some differences between what you need during the daytime and what you need at night. So these are things we look at based on the complaints you have, and then come up with treatment modalities to suit, what your chief complaint is.
I also see that you guys are educating your clients and your patients that come in and then providing them with a knowledge base to sort of provide the best service for them. What are your clients saying about your customer service? What are they saying about your service or products that you provide?
Well, that question, in this day of internet, it's easy. We see tens of thousands of patients every year, and on the most part, from the feedbacks I get from my patients, they're very, very happy with what we do. I've had patients for the past 22 years that bring their children and now their grandkids, to our facilities. But one thing we tend to do is to, see an educated patient is the best patient. When they come into us, because they see us as the professionals. So what we try to do, we don't try to sell you anything, but we try to educate you on what the products are, what the benefits are, and then you can make an informed decision at that point. I'll give you an example. Just like I said earlier, there are many ranges of products. If you want non-glare coating, for instance, there are probably tons of different ranges in terms of quality of some of these non-glare products. Well, if you want to go for cheap, there are cheap products out there that will take the glare out, but you might find that keeping them clean is a problem. Your glasses are always, going to be dusty or smudgy, because they tend to attract every dust particles out there. Well, there are higher grades of the non-glare coating, that would kind of eliminate dust, won't attract, handprints on your lenses. So these, of course, will tend to last longer, but they cost more, So when we educate patients, if you want to spend less, the product is there, but this is what you'll be giving up. You might not have that durability and that clear vision all the time that comes with a higher product out there. So most times when people see the difference, then they feel better spending the money, because they just want to know that what they are spending their money on is what the cost.
Right. I see that you have multiple locations. I think about 6 locations, right?
Yes.
Right. I guess with the quality of service and your years of experience, you've been able to grow and expand your company. I just want to commend you on that. That is phenomenal.
Thank you.
Where do you see your business and yourself growing with your great customer experience and services that you're providing in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, that's a great question. Our industry is going through a whole lot right now. We have a lot of linear growth. What I mean by that is you have a lot of commercialization of this industry. So you have people, insurance companies buying up optical, offices. You have, the major chains, acquiring independent practices. But I do feel that our profession is one where I don't want medicine to be commercialized. I want patients and doctors to be able to have that independence in, determining what they want for themselves. And that's why I am really passionate about making sure independent optometry continues to thrive. And that's where I see myself and this company growing the brand, making sure we set up independent practices and give kind of opportunity to new graduates and other doctors of like minds that want to continue independent practice to have a place to go. And with that comes the knowledge that we're not just pushing products out there like you have in chains, but that you're making sure that the patient is getting the best that they deserve, the best that will suit them as an individual, not what some individual wants to sell to them. So I see us expanding, in the next 10 years. I also see us be more involved in the community, that we are in. This location that we're in now has been here for about 21, 22 years, and we are pretty much entrenched in the Lake Harbor community. But some of the newer locations we have, we're going to probably do more to make sure that the local community in there feel our presence. We do a whole lot now in terms of charity work, doing free eye exams and giving glasses and doing a lot of medical missions. But this is something we'll probably expand to some of the other newer locations we have.
Okay. So, your 10-year plan and your strategy, what is the impact that your company is having on the community that you serve?
Well, that's a great question. We do quite a lot now in the community, from participating in the schools around, and making sure the nurses in some of those schools have some of the basic first aid needs to help them, when kids, run into ocular emergencies. We do, tend to work with them on that. We do have some training programs here. We do enlighten patients on certain things when it comes to eye care and how they can have preventive measures to help them, keep a longer ocular health. And like I said earlier, we work with Lions Club, to provide free vision screening, to most of our community members all around our locations.
Okay. As your company continues to grow, how do you plan on helping train your employees and other people that you may hire to continue to stabilize your company and expand?
Well, that's a good question. And like anybody that owns a business knows, having employees and having the right employees and also training and retaining them, it's a major challenge. And of course, Visualize runs into that issue. But one of the things we did was to join Vision Source. Now, Vision Source is a company of about 6,000, professionals, ODs around the country, top-notch, doctors of optometry, and they came together collectively and formed Vision Source. So with this, we have the backing, and right now I think they're the number one optical retailer in the country. They spend more than $3 billion in revenue every year. So with this company behind us now, we tend to have great training techniques, for our employees. We've have kind of standardized our training modalities. We have resources, that is unbelievable that, we now use in training our employees and making sure that we have the same protocol, that when you go to Visualize in Mitchellville, you'll get the same result as Visualize in Greenbelt, Hyattsville, Clinton, or Frederick. So this is really helping us quite a lot. And the other thing I said earlier about eye care, being a member of Vision Source also helps us compete, with most of these chain optical centers out there. So where price is no longer a major issue for us, because we can, we have a larger buying power that will help us, maintain a good value for our patients.
Absolutely. What is the feedback that you receive from these programs and from your customers and clients and just different patients that has allowed you to improve your business and allowed you to grow?
Well, one of the things we do each time we see a patient, within 24 hours they get an email, a text message from us. And in this, there is a survey that asks them about their experience, when they visited us. And most of them give us feedbacks. And based on that feedbacks, we modify, what our services and kind of correct areas that we need to correct and sustain the areas that, they applauded us on. So we get instant feedbacks from our patients when they leave our locations.
As a business owner, father, husband, how do you maintain the balance of, working in these different locations, running the company? How are you able to maintain it? I know it's very difficult for small business owners. So how are you able to kind of create a balance and enjoy your life?
Well, I think one of the main things is, first of all, when you are choosing a profession, you have to really choose something you enjoy doing. And I think that's what I've been able to do. I've been lucky that I picked a profession that I truly enjoy. So when I go to work, I don't see, it doesn't hit me as work. I really truly enjoy doing it. So I look forward to coming to work every day. But one of the other things I try to do is compartmentalize. When I'm at work, I do what we need to do. But as a father of 5 children, when I go home, I play super dad. I have to, take care of their needs, go to basketball practice, football, soccer, you name it. And then as a husband, you again have to attend to the needs of that of being a husband. So it's really balancing your life. But once you pick a profession you enjoy doing, it makes it a whole lot easier because you don't have to worry much. Oh my goodness, I have to go to work again today.
Right.
That stress alone, makes it very difficult. But one of the other things I will have to, I have great employees, and my corporate support is tremendous. So we have processes in place that helps us, manage all these locations that when you have processes in place and everybody understands them, then it becomes a whole lot easier. So if issues arise, they are empowered to, follow steps A, B, C, D to make sure they resolve those issues. And that is something we've been able to put in place.
That's awesome. So just to take it back a little bit, when you first started, I'm sure you made a lot of mistakes, a lot of failures and ups and downs. Is there any advice that you would provide to small business owners that are trying to get to the level that you are and continue to grow?
Well, we're still small, but yeah, one of the things when I started, I actually started out cold. What I mean by that is, instead of buying an existing practice, we actually built from scratch, which is this location that we're in. And I remember then most people were saying, well, you don't do that. It will take you a whole lot of time to get that started. But we wanted a fresh start. We wanted to, from day one, create our own story and our own patient experience. That was challenging, but being passionate and being determined, it was, a whole lot easier to succumb, to overcome some of those challenges at that end. I mean, I remember then I was working 7 days a week just to keep things going. Initially, if I had known, probably I would have listened to the experts and, gotten into an existing practice. But what I would advise people starting out is, first of all, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to be willing to work hard. You have to be passionate about what it is you're getting into. You have to be willing, if you want to succeed, to not go in with trying to make money as your number one goal, but actually trying to be the best you can in that particular profession. If you go in with that mental state that you want to really do the best you can, be the best you can in that profession, then people will see it. The quality of work you provide will show it, and then every other thing will come after that. And I think that's really the number one key thing, trying to go in, trying to be the best you can. And I think that really would help you achieve whatever goals, that might be secondary. I can't visualize. The revenue side is secondary because we believe if we give you the best products, treat you well, you're going to come back and you're going to tell 5, 6, 10 more of your family members or friends. And that tends to grow better than spending $1 million advertising for people to just rush in through your doors.
So your customer service process has been the number one thing to really help grow your business.
Yep.
We see that all around as that helps small businesses really grow, that one-on-one personal engagement experience. So as you said before, as people come into your business, they're able to receive that one-on-one personal experience, understanding the process.
Yep. That
is phenomenal. We would just like to say that as you continue to grow and expand, we hope that you kind of keep this process in line. So is there anything that you would love to say to people that are watching or people that are viewing this right now?
Well, I think one of the, I will really, I mean, we've been, like I said earlier, I've been in this for about 22 years. I think, I've been blessed, and I want to really thank my patients, first and foremost, for giving me the opportunity to truly do what I love to do, which is take care of their eyes. They've done this and trusted me with their vision for decades, and I truly, truly appreciate that. For my employees, they've been the rock and the superstars in this whole journey, and I really, truly want to thank them for everything they do every day. And it's not been easy, but especially when you have somebody that have an issue with their eyes, that is, to them, that's that is number one. And sometimes they are, you have to be able to handle them, with the kind of care that they need and they deserve. And my employees have been able to do that over the decades. And again, they've been probably one of the reasons we've been so successful in the area. For anybody watching, if you want a company that truly cares about your vision, that I think when I started, I called myself Lifetime Eye Care Center, because I truly believed that the experience we want to give our patients is something we want to last for a lifetime. That is the kind of experience you seek, that's what we provide. We give you that care that you need to protect your most precious organ for life, and that is your sight. And that Visualize is here and committed to providing that for you. Hello, welcome to Visualize. So this is our location, our main location in Mitchellville. Right here is our optical area. We do carry some of the best known designers out there. We have Oakley for sports enthusiasts. They have golf lenses that help most golfers. We also have some photo frames, some reservers, some West, Ray-Ban, Ted Baker. And on this side we have a higher end products. We have the Fendis, the Armanis, the MCMs, the Versace's, Caviars, and we also have the Pradas, the Gucci's, Tom Ford. Pretty much most of the major designer brands we do carry here at Visualize. We do have a good selection of sunglasses also, and some sportswear. This is our reception area where they check in patients. And then we do have our contact lens section and some more children's frames here. Again, for children, we do have some Ray-Ban frames, some Skechers, some Ted Bakers, and Reservoir, and of course the Nike brand. Okay. All right, moving deep into our operations, we do have a lab here where we do most of our finishing work. Okay, this is the scintillator machine. It's an auto edger that pretty much precisely makes the lenses and cuts them into the frames for the patients. And the patients are usually pre-screened here. On here we do have special equipment that tests for dry eyes. We check pressures, and for those patients that don't want their eyes dilated, we also have the toner optomap that takes a picture of the back of the eyes, so if we don't dilate you, we can still look back there and make sure everything is nice and healthy. We do have auto refractors here that kind of measures your eyes and gives us an objective reading of what your prescription should be. Okay. Moving down, we do have the exam rooms here. This is where the doctor sees the patients. We do have quite some state-of-the-art equipment here that helps us finalize the patient's prescription and also determines what kind of eye disease they have, if any. Okay. We do have some special testing room here where we do the visual fields for patients with glaucoma and some other eye diseases. We have what we call OCT machines here that also takes a laser scan of the back of the eyes. And this is an ERG VEP machine that for patients on Plaquenil and even with glaucoma, we can test how impulses, an electrical signal is transmitted from the back of the eyes to the brain. So it's a pretty much advanced equipment that helps us, capture a whole lot. We do have another exam room here also that enables us examine our patients effectively and efficiently. I think that's it.
So where can people find you? Where are your locations or your social media? Where can people find you?
So we have a general website, www.visualize4u.com. We have a very robust Facebook page, Twitter page, but we do have 6 locations in the area. We have one here in Mitchellville, 10240 Lake Arbor Way. We have one in Clinton on Woodyard Road. We have one in Beltway Plaza in Greenbelt. And we have one in Hyattsville on University Boulevard. And there's one on Georgia Avenue in Silver Spring. And we have one in Frederick, Maryland. The exact locations can be obtained from either Google or going on the website visualize4u.com.
Well, Dr. Alex, thank you for the day. It's been a phenomenal pleasure having you here with us. We hope to see your business grow. And if I ever need a pair of glasses, I'll be sure to come to you.
For life.
For life.
Thank you very much. It's been